Man, oh man, what a journey we have been down with the things that have transpired in Neverwinter in the past week and a half now. So in this video, man, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys about my personal situation, what I basically thought of about me personally in the game. I'm going to talk about the state of the game. I'm going to talk about what did we learn, and I'm going to talk about maybe some positives and changes that we could bring forth in the future for ourselves, the game, and so on and so forth. So what is going on, YouTube? The Assist Man. Yes, you see the gameplay. I'm coming at you guys with another Neverwinter YouTube video. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and speak about, the exploits and the glitches and the bans and all that stuff that happened inside of this video. I feel that after I have done 3 videos on it already, with over 100,000 views on those 3 videos, I think you guys have gotten the point. But what I do want to talk about in this video is things that have transpired since then, my personal feelings about it, and yours as well. I did say in one of the videos I made that I didn't know really how to feel about this entire situation. I said that even if, I told you guys when I logged into the game, it says my account was temporarily banned. I never did get a email from Cryptic at all. And I told you guys that even if I was allowed to come back to the game, whenever my temporary ban would end, I was unsure if I still actually wanted to play the game and continue to make YouTube videos on the game. So I reached out to you guys and asked for your comments and asked for, what do you guys think I should do? And basically, I got a lot of support from you guys. You more or less said that you did want me to continue to make Neverwinter videos because you guys did enjoy them so much. And speaking about enjoying my videos so much, it seems a lot of you guys miss the thumbs up like button on my videos, because I think you guys should be hitting that thumbs up like a lot more. I know a lot of you guys watch my videos, and I'm not asking, but I'm asking, So make sure you hit that thumbs up like button on all my videos if you watch them. And for those of you guys that have been watching my content and haven't subscribed yet, I would greatly appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button as well and help a brother out. So basically, I have decided to continue to play the game and continue to upload Neverwinter content on the game. Now, it was on Friday of last week that my account was suspended like most other people, and I never received an email at all. It was Monday night, Tuesday morning, I reached out to Cryptic, I created a support ticket, and I asked them, I said, hey, what's going on? My account it says it's temporarily suspended, and I have not received an email from you guys. Cryptic actually did contact me back by email on Thursday night, and they said that my account was part of the Barovia hunt glitch, which obviously we already knew that, and they said that I had received a 7-day suspension from the game, and any AD associated with it, whether it be rough or regular AD, would be stripped of my account, and my account would be back in standing Friday night at 7 p.m. I then came back to the game Friday night. It was pretty late at night, and I checked, and lo and behold, my account was back in normal. I logged in to see, and everything basically was good to go. I didn't really get a chance to play much on Friday night because I was busy. It was my mom's birthday and whatnot. So then Saturday night, I came back to the game. I basically looked at my account. I didn't have anything taken from my account. I did have rough Astral Diamonds taken from my account, like 150, 200,000 worth, and I did have like 100,000 of regular Astral Diamonds taken from my account. Like I said to you guys, I really didn't do the thing that much, so they didn't really take much from me. Now, how I said in the previous video is that how I did man up, and I think a lot of people did as well. I think a lot of people did say, hey, you know what? You're right. We messed up. You guys messed up as well. But you know what? Starting any kind of leadership in anything, man, you don't want to burn bridges. You want to create bridges. So I think it's important that not only that we as a player base, assume that, hey, we messed up as well. Maybe that would help actually help Cryptic in the future, because they still haven't made an official response about this, about them apologizing for the way things were handled as well. Because at the end of the day, what this really, really boils down to is it was completely mismanaged and completely mishandled. And that's pretty much what it boiled down to. Now, in my previous video that I did do, I asked you guys to to take a poll, and I created a straw poll, and I'm going to show that on the screen right now. Thanks to all of you guys who actually did take the poll. It got a lot more votes on it than I actually expected at the time of making this video, and the poll is still open. If you want to check my previous video, you can check out the poll. At the time of making this video, it had over 580 votes. Now, I know that's not a big part of the Neverwinter community, but it is a pretty big, substantial part. And I asked you guys questions in that video, and I wanted you guys to take a poll. And basically, you could only vote once per IP address, and so on and so forth. And the question was, how has the entire recent events in Neverwinter affected you? And the answers were, no effect at all. I will continue to love the game just the same and play it and spend money on it. The second answer was, I will continue to play the game, but will not ever support the game again by buying Zen. I personally, or someone I know, was affected by the glitch and banned or suspended, so I will no longer support them. Also, I will not play the game as much and don't care about it as much as I used to, because I just have a bad taste in my mouth over this entire thing. It's on a short lease and it's only a matter of time before it dies. And then the final answer was, I think that the entire way that they handled it was so poor, I lost all hope in the team, and whether I got suspended or not, or items taken from me, I can no longer support or play such a bad game. I am out. So those were the answers to the poll I drew, and I was kind of surprised, honestly, about your guys' responses and the way this vote happened. And now I'm going to show on my screen, basically the pie chart showing the percentages of where the votes ended up. More or less, I said in the last video that I made that I felt that mostly about 70% of the players, I felt just by reading my comments, reading Twitter comments, and reading other things in the community, that about 70% of people in the game were affected by this in some way, shape, or form. And it's kind of weird because that's literally almost what it panned out to be in these votes as well. The number one answer was, I will continue to play the game, but will not ever spend Zen on it again, blah, blah, blah. That received 43.57% of the votes. The second answer was, the second highest answer, receiving 31.56% of the votes, is that it has no effect on you at all, and that you will continue to love the game and support it. And the last one was, with 24.87% of the votes, I think the entire way that they handled it was so poor that whether or not you got suspended or items taken from you, you're no longer going to play or support the game. So I was surprised in theory about how many people actually, 25% of the people that were actually polled in this, I was very surprised that 25% of you guys basically said that you were completely done with the game, whether or not it affected you at all. I was also just as surprised to see that basically a whopping 69% of the community that took this poll either is entirely leaving the game or is going to continue to play the game but will not support the game anymore. So this definitely had a big negative impact not only on the game, but also on the community, on the future progression of the developers, on everything. So this did have an extremely big impact on everything. Like I said, I am coming back to the game. I vowed in my previous video I did that if I ever did start playing the game again, which I am going to, that I would never spend any money on the game again, and I am holding to that for as long as I play this game. I will never spend any money on this game ever again. If you guys want to or want to not do that, that is completely your opinion. I'm not advocating for you to do or to not do so. That is just my personal belief in the game, and that's my personal choice. So at the end of the day, man, what it boils down to is, what did we learn from this? Well, I'm hoping that both sides affected by this learned something. I'm hoping that the player base learned that if there are glitches and exploits in this game, even though some that have basically stayed in the game now for 2 to 3 years, that we should not be utilizing them or playing them as part of the game that we play. So I hope that we learned to basically not do that anymore. I hope that the developers learned in the future to never mishandle and mismanage situations like this ever again, because it is the players that control the game, not the developers or the game. Because if you don't have people playing your game and you don't have people spending money on your game, you no longer have a game. So I'm hoping that the developers can change in ways as well, and I'm still waiting for an official response from the developers or from the game in general. We don't know if we're going to see that or not, but I'm hoping that we do. So at the end of the day, I'm hoping that the players did learn something from this by not doing exploits or glitches and stuff in the game anymore. And then I'm hoping that the developers learned that you cannot continuously treat your player base like this. I said this before and I will say it again, and I stand by this. If the developers would have fixed this glitch 4.5 months ago when they knew about it on the preview server from the PC, and people told them about it, and if they would have fixed it even when it hit live on the PC 3.5 months ago, if they would have just fixed this and had never brought this to console, if they would have done their jobs, all of this would have been avoided 100%. So at the end of the day, I still stand by that. Basically, that's the state of the game right now. I mean, I think a lot of people based on what I'm reading, based on the poll that I, threw out there, I think a lot of people love this game, and I'm one of them. And I do want to see this game transpire. I do want to see this game be better in the future. That's the entire reason I came back to this game. I always said Neverwinter was one of the greatest games that I ever played. It is just so poorly managed that it's sad. Because this game could be 100 times bigger than it actually is if the players just felt that they were cared about as much as the players care about the game. All we have ever asked for is communication and transparency, and I think hopefully the developers will at least try to make some changes, make some positives in the game. So basically this video was basically showing you guys the poll that I took, the results from that, telling you guys that, obviously my temporary suspension has been lifted. I'm back in the game. I will continue to make videos about it for now. Talking about what we learned throughout this, whether it be the player base or the community or the developers of the game, and talking about positives and changes that maybe we could see going forward. And speaking about positives and changes, my next video will be how we can make the game better, how we can learn from this, how can we change this, how can we take the negatives into positives. And I'm not speaking about me, I'm not speaking about you, I'm not speaking about the community, and I am not speaking about the developers. I am speaking about all of us combined, the players and the developers. How can we make this game better? I'm gonna make a whole video about that, because I truly believe that in times of darkness, like the game is currently kind of sitting in right now, that it does need some light still. And if the developers can't bring the positives to the game, I myself am going to try to be a leader and a catalyst for that, and I will try to make this game great again myself, and hopefully try to make positives in the game personally myself, with helping the players and helping the player base. And maybe if they see the players making positives and people caring about their game once again, then just maybe the developers will start caring about us and actually contribute to what the players are doing. You guys will learn all about that more in my next video. So anyway, man, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And like I said, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up like button if you did. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, man, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. And make sure you tell your friends about me so they can subscribe to my channel. They can view all my videos, and then you can help a brother out. So anyway, YouTube, this is The Assist Man. And until next time, I am out.